Hey there, Dudes and Foxy Dudettes. Style is a word that when it's used or thrown around, people automatically think clothes. Now, clothes are a part of style, but there's a little bit more to style than just clothes, and we're going to talk about that today, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. If you like content like style, fashion, shoes, fragrance, hair product, the whole 9 yards, we cover all that here. So please drop a like on the video, helps us out tremendously, and please subscribe. We're a small channel trying to grow, and that would help us out immensely. So let's get into today's topic. So style is such a funny word because when most people hear it, they think about clothes. And while clothes and style do kind of go hand in hand, there's much more to style than just clothing. Style should be a part of your personal brand. We've talked a bunch about personal brand here on the channel. It's important. Everybody should have one. Even if you're not in the YouTube, Instagram influencer space, you should have a personal brand because that shows the world who you are, what you want them to see, you know, who you really are. You shouldn't fake it. It should be organic. It should be natural. But if you want to project a certain image, you're going to have to work on your style and your personal brand. I'm going to give you an example of my personal brand, of my personal style, and hopefully I can convey that message just a little bit clearer. So my personal brand, I wear a lot of black. If you guys are longtime followers of the channel, you know that. I wear a lot of long sleeves, a lot of hoodies like you can see here today, long pants. I never wear shorts. Some of my coworkers during 90-degree days will give me a gentle teasing about me fully covered up, and it's what they've known to expect. They call it the Chris uniform, right? You know, I have a deep love for the character of Batman. One of my close friends, her niece, calls me Batman. It's really cool. It's one of the coolest things ever. You know, so that's things that I'm known for. It's part of my brand. It's part of what people know me for, right? And other people know that I love the character of Batman, know that I love dark clothes, so on and so forth. You know, when it comes time for Christmas, I get Batman stuff. I get long sleeves, dark colors. It's that image that I have presented. It's true to me. It's not something that I just make up. It's something that I truly like and therefore put out there. And personal brand is important that way because everything you do should be a little bit of a piece of a puzzle that fits together to fit the image that you're trying to project and put out there. All right, so how do you get that personal image, that personal brand, that personal style together and get that out into the world? You got to think about the image that you want, right? Now, everything that you're going to do is like a puzzle piece that fits into that image that you're going to put out there. So the first thing you need to do is be authentic. People can always tell when you're not being authentic, and it's off-putting. The next thing you're going to want to look at is, or where you're going to start, to be honest, is, for me, it's fashion. So whenever I look at something, I always start at the shoes. It'd be weird if I'm wearing all dark colors and then rocking some white sneakers, right? I mean, it's something you can do, but it doesn't work for that image I'm trying to portray. Your shoes count. People look at your shoes. I've gotten lots of compliments from ladies and dudes on my shoes. So people do pay attention. So I always rock, you know, either a Chelsea boot, a Chukka boot, some double monk strap shoes, and depending on the outfit, because I don't always wear like really dark colors. Sometimes, like if I have gray jeans on or gray chinos, I will rock some minimal white sneakers, right? They're still in fashion. So it's important that you think about your outfit. Every piece needs to work together. You can't just pick out something like a purple shirt and be like, okay, I like that, and then get some red pants and be like, oh yeah, I like this, and some white shoes. It doesn't project a good image. It's weird, right? Doesn't that image like sound weird? So you got to think about those things, especially when it comes to your style, your fashion. So next, your grooming's got to come into play, right? So for me, I rock designer stubble, but you may want to be clean shaven. It depends, again, what you're going for. You know, if you are into like motorcycle chic, you know, you may want a longer beard, you know. But if you're working in an office and you're trying to project that clean cut, the quote unquote preppy look, you may want to be clean shaven. Now, skincare is also important. Every guy should be doing skincare, but you want to make sure to take care of your skin. Your hair, you may want a shorter cut. Decide what works for you, what you like. It's all about what you like and that image that you're trying to project. It's very, very important. Now, I'm going to toss fragrance into this too. Again, it all depends on what you're going for, you know. For me, I have a variety of fragrances. We've talked about fragrance a million times on this channel. You guys know I have a bunch of different ones, and it all depends on the outfit I'm going for the day. If I'm rocking like an all dark, you know, black leather jacket look, then I'm gonna wear a heavier fragrance, you know. If you wear a lot of leather jackets like I do, you may want to have a leather fragrance. If you're going for just like, you know, like a turtleneck and like a nice overcoat, you know, you may want to rock something like Gentleman Givenchy EDT Intense. This is one of my newest pickups. It's awesome, by the way. We'll talk about it in another video, but that's a little bit more mature, a little bit more grown up. If you're a sporty guy, if you're happy with like some athletic performance polos and, you know, a little bit of brighter colors and maybe some tennis sneakers and some shorts, then you may want something a little bit more fresh, and something like Mont Blanc Legend. You know, great scent, but it's a little bit more shower gel, a little bit more fresh. So you got to plan your scent along, because scent leaves an image. It gives an impression to people too. It's very important. And outerwear is important too. It's something that you got to think about, you know, and it all depends on the season. You know, I live in an area where, you know, we do have the 4 seasons, sometimes a little less of one and more of another, but you know, it gets warm, hot, cold all year round. So I got to plan outfits accordingly for that. You know, so sometimes, like I said, I love leather jackets. I may be rocking a leather jacket, and my outfit's got to coordinate with that. Or, you know, it could be, you know, too warm for a leather jacket, but cool enough you can get away with like a denim jacket or something else. So my outfit's got to coordinate with that, along with my scent, with my fragrance, right? So it all depends. You got to think about those things. What kind of outerwear are you wearing? You wearing a denim jacket, leather jacket? You're gonna be wearing a blazer? There are tons of choices, you know, bomber jackets. There's the sky is the limit, but figure out what you like. You may like a puffer jacket for the winter time, right? And that's a little bit more sporty, so you can get away with a little bit more of a sportier outfit. But you may like an overcoat like I do. And so that's, you know, a little bit more heavier garment. It's the sky's the limit. Just figure out what works for you. So the next one is about hobbies, and to be honest, that's just a very broad topic for me to even comment on, right? So what I would suggest is whatever hobby you're into, be passionate about it. You know, it's one of the things I do here on the channel. Like, I love a bunch of different things, and that's why I talk to them about you guys. Fragrance, movies, we've talked about comics. You know, those are just a small portion of my hobbies, but I'm passionate about them. I like to talk about them. You know, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm a huge fan of Batman. You know, I'm passionate about it. So I talk to people about why I love the character, what makes him cool to me. You know, people know that I like him, and you know, it's gotten me some very cool gifts over the years. So just be passionate about what you like. You know, talk about what you love, don't talk about what you hate. Now the next one is kind of controversial, and I'll explain why, but your vehicle. Now, I say it's controversial because not everybody is in the right spot to get the vehicle that they either really want, and I don't even mean like, like Corvettes or Mustangs or whatever, Porsches or whatever vehicle that you dream of. I'm just talking about, your daily driver, right? Sometimes you got to get what you got to get because that's all you can afford, or that's all that they have. You may not be able to afford a new car. You may have to get a used car, and it may not be the color you want, but I knew a dude that things were tight. He was driving around a pink car. That's what he could afford. So at the very least, keep it clean. And I mean the inside. You may not be able to afford the car wash, or be in the position to where you live somewhere where you can wash your car, but just keep the inside clean. That you can do. Try to vacuum it, because that represents you, right? And another important thing here I feel I gotta mention is, live within your means. Don't overindulge on a vehicle just because it's going to fit into your brand. Like you're thinking about this and planning it and be like, oh, I gotta have that car or else people aren't going to respect me or whatever. People will understand if you're not driving the best car. It's not something that normal people are going to judge you by. They're not going to judge you on your car. Superficial people will, but normal people are not going to. Live within your means. But the very least is keep it clean. So that's why this is kind of iffy on the list, but I felt I should include it. As a matter of fact, that applies for all of this, right? Live below your means. Don't go into debt trying to impress somebody or saying, oh, I gotta have this to project this image. That's not what I'm trying to tell you. It may seem like a lot of times that, say, oh, you got to have this, this, and this, and this. And the truth is you don't need all of that at once. It takes time to build. You can't build a wardrobe in a day. You don't want to build your personal image in one day because you're going to grow, you're going to change, you're going to evolve. It's just the way of life. It's important that you do that, right? That's part of the fun anyway. So if there's one thing that you take away from this is, I guess, a few things. Personal image is important. Building your brand and figuring out your style is going to help you figure out your brand. But don't go broke trying to do it. Don't go into debt. Live below your means. And be yourself. Be authentic. Because if you're not, it's going to be a huge, huge turnoff. So with that, we will see you guys next time. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things. Help me fight the YouTube algorithm. Ring the bell. Be sure to check out thewellroundeddude.com. The website is the hub of everything we do here. You'll find links to our Amazon storefront where I've curated some items that will help you build your personal brand. There's our partner section with some very cool offers, which again can help you build your personal brand, set out that image, figure out your personal style, and you can check out the last 5 episodes of our podcast. There's a lot of cool stuff there. So also too, our merch page is there. You can figure out your personal style with some well-rounded dude merch, and you'll save 15% when you use the discount code DUDE15. So we will see you next time. Hope this helped. Hope I got this message across okay. If you got any questions, down in the comments, let me know, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. You guys have a good one. Peace.